Hello, good evening, and welcome to my YouTube Live. This is probably about the fourth, fifth time I've been in working on Be Live broadcasting software now. So far so good. This one seems to be working very well for me, and I am watching my phone to just be sure of the messages that come in and to see actually who I have in here as people join. I'm so used to my Facebook Live, and I have been doing that for several years. So if you're not on my Facebook Live, feel free to go over there, or on my Facebook page, go over there as well. Corey Thorne, the spiritual healer teacher, and you can join me over there. There I go live at least once a week. In here, I'm trying to work my way up to every day, but I have a priority right now, and that is getting my program launched and my book in for publishing, or in for to be printed. Hi, everybody. Hi, Misty and Marnie and Raquel. Hi. Welcome. And good morning, Jess in Australia. So nice to have you back again. I love seeing the people that come back over and over. It makes me happy. So I'm in the middle of taking another break from the writing. I just laid down chapter 6 and 7, or just laying down chapters 6 and 7. I keep going back through the chapters. Pretty much all chapters are written. So hoping to get into publishing. Oh, my mail is wanting to open up on top of my screen. No, don't do that. So welcome. I wanted to come in tonight and just do it was like a special message. I got threads on my shirt. It was like, thank you, Jess. It was like a special message of love is what I was getting. I was getting that there is a special message of love for somebody coming through. And this, and I don't know, I have 3 stories. I have 3 stories here. So I have a message of love. I have a message of love from somebody who was dearly in love before they passed away. Dearly in love before they passed away is what they tell me. And I feel like they were dearly in love with everybody who was special in their lives. And they can feel and sense that the sense of somebody's really struggling right now. So, and this is a male, and I don't know if it belongs to any of you who are already in here or somebody watching this later. I never know where these messages are coming from, but it was a message of, I feel as if there was a ring to be bought, or an engagement ring that was that was in the plans of getting. And I feel like with Valentine's Day coming soon, I feel as if he's sending the message of love, because I'm seeing like pink hearts. So just like you see like my little tiny logo up in the corner, that side, up in the corner of the screen, he's that little pink little heart. Well, that's what they look like to me. And it's like he's showing me pink hearts. And I feel like on Valentine's Day, you will still get your special message. Like somehow, some way, you're going to have a sign of knowing that your partner who passed away not long ago, it feels as if he's going to be sending you messages of love. And it's like, whether or not you see little stones, but he shows me that he kind of already had a ring or something picked out for you, or something of a special ring he had been that you guys have been talking about. But he's male. And it was a male who left behind a fiance or the talks of getting engaged. And he just says to tell you that you will know on Valentine's Day that he is still with you. And he shows these pink hearts. And I have all these pink hearts. And they're everywhere. It's like pink. So I can describe it. It's like he got a stamp, and they're being stamped. So, and I don't know if when you would leave each other notes, you would leave like sign your name and then a heart on the bottom. And that's what it feels like to me. Well, that's a specific message. I know that's not a general card. I'm going to get to the general cards for everybody and do some general cards, but that message came through. The other message that's coming through for me is a choo-choo train. Hi, Tanya and Samantha. Hello. So, I'll repeat these messages as more people do join in. So I was talking about a man who had just recently passed away, and he has an you were talking about getting married, da da da. This is what we've just talked about. Hello, Danielle. So there was, a man who recently passed away. He was talking about getting engaged, and he didn't get a chance to do this. He was very much in love with this woman that he's leaving this message for, and he shows me pink hearts, and he says, on Valentine's Day, you're going to get the message. You're going to know. The other one that I have coming in is a choo-choo train. I have a choo-choo train, and it's almost as if it's around like a Christmas tree or something, and would have gotten at Christmas time. And I see this little boy like sitting around this choo-choo train, and I just say, and it's like the train just keeps going faster and faster and faster, and just a love of the train, and the trains around the Christmas tree, and I just see like these little legs like just spread out as if so excited to be sitting with this choo-choo train. And I see specifically the little boy sitting there with this choo-choo train. And somebody showed me the memory of a kid with this choo-choo train, and the love of the locomotive, like just that whole essence of everything that was trains or anything to do with trains. And there's something about how he would sit, how this little boy would sit, and his legs being out. Like when he'd sit with his legs like out behind him, not like sit right on top of his legs. He'd spread them out a little bit and be that way. And the pajamas he's wearing was blue. Like I have a very vivid picture, as if you got the pajama, as if you got the pajama, the pajamas came for Christmas. The pajamas came. My phone wasn't in sleep mode. Story of my life, me and my phone. So, the pajamas were a Christmas gift as well. So it's like the Christmas pajamas around the Christmas tree. I see these little green little trees. So these little green little trees, and like snow, like plasticky snow on the trees. And somebody is around this, and it's like that was like their favorite memory or something like this. It's something about that memory that's coming up. And this is, I feel as if there might have been more than one family member sitting around watching. So if that memory belongs to you somewhere, there is somebody who's saying there was like that was the like their joy of their life was to see you be happy, to see you be content. And I also have somebody from the other side called Michelle or Michelle. Michelle or Michelle. I just keep getting a Michelle. Michelle, female. So actually I have 4 messages. That was 1, 2, 3. I have 4. And I have somebody who died of a blunt trauma to the back of the head. Somebody who was hit in the back of the head. And as I was getting ready to sit up, I got hit in the back of the head. Somebody got a bump in the back of the head and was hit in the back of the head. And that's how they died, they tell me. So I don't know if they fell back and hit their head or if they were hit from behind, but it's the injury was back here. So I have all these people coming in. So anyone who's linked to these, the person that got hit, that they're hit in the back of the head, I feel like they're telling me that they went quickly, that they passed away quickly. It was a very fast passing over, a very fast death. And they show me something yellow jacket, yellow shirt, I don't know, but something yellow. And I can see, I feel as if they were at a party, like, or in a house, like in a kitchen or something. So I don't know if somebody at a kitchen party or somebody but it feels as if it kind of feels as if they were inside. It's almost like I'm seeing cupboards and cabinets and those type of things as around. But they're showing me this. The girl, Michelle, I feel like she went in a car accident. I feel like she drowned, like as if the car, I don't know. I feel as if the car went into something, like into some water or down. And that's crazy because these people start coming through while I was actually writing my book. And so either that, it was like a snowmobile or something, but there's a auto, like something like, Tanya, your grandfather recently passed away in a car accident. Did he hit his head? Hi, Stacy. I don't know how I'm not sure how to link this together here yet, Tanya, because I have some I have can I ask what your grandfather's first name was? All day long I have a name John as well, and I don't know where that goes, but um yeah, so I have this car accident. Um Stacy, you lost a friend in a snowmobiling accident? Okay, Tanya. I'm going to come back to you. Stacy, snowmobiling accident. A friend who died in a snowmobiling accident. Ken was his name? Okay. Okay. All right. Stacy, I have this person. They died in a snowmobiling accident. Or show me I'm coming back to you, Tanya. So, Stacy, they died in a snowmobiling accident. I feel as if they're telling me that um, it was like on like something that it's like too fast done, too fast to see, like almost like too fast to see what was coming, or was she on water or near water? Because I keep getting the water. I keep seeing water somehow around her. Because I have this water. I have all kinds of shit happening tonight, guys. I have all kinds of stuff going on that I'm trying to put into a place. So I have this, and so the snowmobile, I see water, I see, of course, there's snow, but I know it's winter time. But I have this sense of, I have a sense of I can see this body of water around, and I can see this, like I can see this accident kind of taking place before my eyes, type of thing, and I almost as if, and I won't say that it's like almost as if heads roll type of thing. Like I just see like hit by another snowmobile. Okay, and like because I just feel like it's like woof. Yes, okay, and so it just feels like woof. Like I just hit this impact. Like I just come up and it came up, and it's like the head roll. Like I just see the head just snapping, like going forward and snapping, and she. I just get this shaking of my head. I don't. I feel as if there's like so many. It was like so many things that could have been done differently is what she tells me, what I'm getting. So many things that could have been done differently. um I wish I had done something different. I feel like 5 more minutes would have like take another turn, or 5 more minutes waiting to leave or something like that would have made all the difference. They rolled and she climbed uphill and came up and got hit. Okay. Died blunt force trauma. Okay. Because, like, yeah, they rolled, she climbed up the hill, and she came up and got hit. So she did roll first, right? Okay. Because I'm like, I have her body. Like, I see her go, oof. Like, and I just like everything that just hits me, like, woof. And I just, and so, yeah, it's like, so they were actually down over here and she climbed up. Explains. Okay. I'm like, there's just so many action things that are taking place around me, around her accident. And but she says to tell everyone she's fine. She's very fine. She's okay where she is. She's very beautiful. I just see her very beautiful. And she tells me she like, it was like, ugh, like it took her fast. It took her quick. And and she says, you just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know what time you have. You just don't know what is left. And I feel as if she has 3 kids. Okay. And I feel like I feel as if she loved everything about the outdoors, and it's something about her snowsuit. I feel like I don't know if it was a new one she had just gotten, or if it was like something special, but it's like her identity or something, like something about that. Like it just feels like very pretty to me. Like a pretty snowmobile, a pretty snowsuit. So I feel like it's something that they did often. It was a freaky kind of thing that happened. It was like you can't take life for granted. You never know how long you have. And she says to tell you that she's just tell everybody she is okay. She is very much still connected to her family, to her people. She's very earth connected, and she just keeps wanting to come in today. The whole town loved her. I could tell. She just got such a beautiful essence about her. So much about her that just makes her like her heart. There's something about her heart that just is like, but she tells me it was quick. It was like, this part wasn't, but yeah. And she tells me this was quick. And so she's very present. She's very much the same love she was prior. And it was speed. Speed is what she shows me. It was the speed. It was like a train wreck. Wait, it was just like a train. So just like I was talking about choo-choo trains, she's talking about like a train wreck type of thing. It was like a train. It's like you couldn't. She's seen it coming, but it was so fast that she like, couldn't get it, couldn't get through it. I don't want to go there with her kids other than to say love. Like she's very with them and she's very much love. There's some things, Stacey, I will not do publicly or on a screen, without people's permissions. She just appeared. So when she appeared, I had to speak of her. I can tell you that her love for them is forever there. Her love, like she's very much with them. She's watching over them every day. Yeah, right. It's happened so fast that they couldn't see her. Yeah, it was like, and she said it was, but she has no blame. She has no blame. And she says, don't anyone hold blame. That's her big thing. You have to forgive. Like I know that's hard to say. But she's saying she has no blame or no ill will towards what had happened. She said it was an accident. It wasn't an intentional. It was definitely an accident. And she's just like, she wants everyone to feel the love of her and around her. Okay. Thank you. Back to your grandpa and his accident. Tanya. Okay, I'm going back to your grandpa for a moment here. So hi everyone who's joining in, by the way. Hi. Yeah, Stacey, freak accident. I said, yeah, total freak accident. She has no blame. It happened. And she says, you just got to live for today. Funny, I wrote that on my Facebook wall today. I think she was channeling earlier to me. Your grandpa, Tanya. There's definitely something definitely something kind of head. I don't know if it was head or chest, like something that definitely hit hard, like hard hitting is what I got. And I don't know if I feel like he was on his way to something, like he had to be somewhere at a specific time or something. I don't know what that is, but he's telling me a time. And I don't know if there was something blinding the vision or something that crossed his path or blinding his vision or something. I don't know if it was foggy or if it was, but everything goes foggy on me. I just keep getting everything goes really foggy on me. I feel as if he's telling me that he goes back to his head. I got his head. And I don't know why he keeps showing me a kitchen, Tanya, but he damn well keeps showing me a kitchen. And I don't know if he had renovated the kitchen or if he was doing some work on the kitchen or if he was always, to meet for coffee. Okay, he was going to meet his cronies for coffee. Okay. So I'm like, why are you showing me a kitchen? But it's the it's where we get caught. Okay. So it's like cabinets and stuff there. And I'm seeing these cabinets and he's showing me these cabinets and all this thing. So he had to be here. He says, had to get there, had to get there. He says he was so routine. Like there's things that he loved to do. That's what he used to do, was go do his thing. And he told me he didn't get to, and and it's like, he didn't get to what he needed to get to. But he tells me, he says, you got to remember, I did live a good life. And something about his watch. I don't know what's with his watch. And I feel like he was always very, very, very timely is what I'm getting. Very, very timely. So I'm just trying to see if there's any way to get rid of unhealthy people. We always get the hackers, and they're trying to hack onto the screen. So let's get rid of that. I don't know how to get rid of it. Here we go. If anybody is on YouTube and can get rid of this Laura, who's going to fill up our screen right now, common occurrence for any Facebook, for any YouTube Live. If anyone knows how to do that for me. Hold on. Trying to see how to block. Not sure how to block her, but she's filling up the whole screen here. You reported it? Thanks, Lindsay. And Stacy, thank you. I don't know how else. Yeah, because it's like, it's the... Yeah, I can't click it from my end as long as I'm on live, apparently. Oh, wait now. I can't block her. She's blocked and Thanks, Tanya. Thank you. So you're the love of YouTube. It's so wonderful. You love assholes. They come from everywhere. Hi, Blue Eyes. Welcome. Yay, I'm glad we got her. And so, Robert, the people that come after are, there's so many people. It's crazy how we have so many people out there that their mission is to try to cause misery in people's lives. But Tanya, your grandfather, he tells me, he keeps pointing to a watch and he tells me about being timely. He was always on time. He liked to be on time, but he's also telling me about something about his watch. Like, where's his watch? Who got his watch? Who has my watch? Where's my watch? Type of thing. I feel as if he's, you never had to worry about what was on his mind. I feel like whatever was on his mind, you were going to know. But he's telling you to make sure you're on time. I don't know what else. I don't know what you got coming up, or if you're someone who's always kind of that last, kind of rushing in the door last minute. And he's also saying for you to look after somebody for him. I don't know if this is his wife, maybe, that was left behind, but somebody or something that he really cared for, and he's just making sure everybody's watching out, or everybody is taking care. He's very much a caretaker somehow. You will? Okay. And he just says to tell just that he's he says, it wasn't in my plan. Yeah, I don't know what this watch is. something about a watch or something. And I don't know if one that he has home in like a case or something that he would have had. But he's also telling me, Tanya, he's also telling me he's with the man who wore the brown pants. Like some man who would have wore brownie color like work pants, or he's with the man who would have wore like these brownie color work pants or dress pants or something. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this might be like a brother or a really good buddy, like another one of their coffee drinkers or something. And he tells me, he says, I'm with him. I'm with him. We're together. And something about some logos or something, like a work jacket that would have had like a logo or something on the back, or like a crest or something on the front. He's shown me this, like this other man would have been wearing this or something. And he tells me, he says, we met up. We met up. And I don't know who used to drink scotch, but I have scotch. Like it looks like scotch to me. Scotch in like a small glass. And I'm getting this scotch. So I don't know if this is the other person, but he's like, there's like, he says, there's still so many things for people to smile about. Smile about my memory. Smile about the stories that we had. Smile about, there's so many things to still be happy about. He's still got, there's like a laugh in his belly, and he still has many things to laugh about. Like he's still got that laughter about him, almost as if you'll still hear his laughter. And so he tells me he's working his way there. He's working his way there. He's like, I never made it all the way yet. I'm working my way there. So I don't think he's been gone that long either. And it's just like, I'm working my way there, getting my way there. That's what he's telling me. But he's, and he didn't get everything done while he was here. But his getting to his morning coffee was his thing. So but I still don't know exactly if there's something more to do with a kitchen as well. But he keeps because I'm like, is the coffee the kitchen? He says, no, the kitchen is something different. So I don't know if he used to always hang out in his kitchen, or if there was like some work that needed to be done on a kitchen, but he's showing me a kitchen. Finish up. And I just keep getting, finish up his legacy, like finish up his things, finish up his legacy, and no fighting. No fighting. I don't know who argues, who kind of gets in some bickers. He says, no fighting. Play nice, do things nicely, and and he says, I will guide everybody to know what to do. I'll guide everybody. He did spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Okay, because that's what he's showing me. Kitchen. You'll always know he's in the kitchen. You'll hear him. If they're not doing what he wants done, he'll move chairs. He'll move stuff on the counter. I don't know what he'll do, but he shows me his kitchen, and yeah, he's making his way. He's making his way, he says. All right. Thank you, Tanya. Well, I just came in with some message, Blue Eyes. I just came in with some message of people that were here you're very welcome, that I was being given some messages for. I'll tell you the other messages that I have that we haven't been able to place yet. So I have a man who passed away, who was talking about getting an engagement ring or getting engaged. And he's shown me that on Valentine's Day, you're going to know he's around. He shows me pink hearts, very specific. They're not red hearts, they're pink hearts. Oh, no worries, Blue Eyes. So this person is linked to you. It's a man. He passed away not long ago. He tells me he's leaving a message for his loved one, like his Valentine, my special Valentine's, what he's telling me. And he says to tell you on Valentine's Day, I'm going to be there. You're going to know I'm there. You're going to know I'm around you. I'm going to be very much present for you. And this little pink hearts. And I don't know how you're going to see those pink hearts, but he shows me a pink heart. And I also have a choo-choo train, a young boy in a choo-choo train. And I see like a train set around a Christmas tree at Christmas time. And I see the little trees, I see everything. And it's like, I see this little boy, and he got pajamas for Christmas every year. Plus but he got this train set this year, and it's set up around the Christmas tree. And how he sits is what kind of is specific to me is how he sits. And this is how he is. And they're the only other messages that I have. Oh, and I have somebody named Michelle. Michelle or Michelle, like that name keeps coming up to me, Michelle. And I also have a man named John. And it's like a man named John and I think he's John. A man named John, and he died of cancer. A man named John, and he died of cancer. And I don't know if it was lung or liver, but he keeps showing me, and I keep getting some itchy spots over here on my pancreasy kind of side here too. So I have something of pancreas. So I don't know if it was cancer that started in the lungs and spread. I feel like it's someone who was a drinker. Don't know where to place them yet. Don't know who owns these people, but if you own them, and that's all the channeled messages that I have. Okay, Blue Eyes, your Papa Jim died of cancer? Do you know if it started in like a lung or a liver or something, or if it had spread there? Lung. And was he a smoker at one point? Because this guy shows me he used to smoke. He's a character. He's very much a character. He got no problem talking. He loves to talk, and he's very curious. Like he's very much looking in. Like I'm stepping forward. Lung. Okay. Thank you. It's him. Very much stepping in. Like he's looking right in. He's curious, almost as if he's looking out the windows. And he tells me he liked to be able to see. Not a drinker. No, I wasn't looking for a drinker. Just a smoker. Just a smoker. Yeah. Okay. And I'm like, he loves to look out the window. He's curious. And how he held his cigarette. There's something about the way he held his cigarette. Like, I don't know, like between these fingers or something, like, it's like, it's not like, it's something specific about how he held his cigarette in his hand. And it's something about his eyes. He's got like these stunning eyes that I keep seeing. Like I can see through his soul. He has eyes that you can see through his soul is what he shows me. That he had he listened to you when you spoke, when you spoke to him, or when somebody was having a conversation, he'd lean in, because he has me like leaning in. So Blue Eyes, he's like, he has me leaning in. Gorgeous Blue Eyes. Okay. And yeah, and I'm like, I see these piercing, beautiful eyes, and it's like I can see right to his soul and his smile, and it's just like he's gentle. There's something gentle about him, and I don't know if he was always gentle, but he feels very gentle to me as I see his essence, and he's pointing that out to me, and there's just so much like love. Like I just have so much. I just feel this essence of love, but he'd listen, and he says to tell you he's still listening. I'm still listening. I'm still here. And I see sunflowers. And I'm seeing like the sun, like sunflowers, time of transformation. And I don't know, Blue Eyes, I don't know what kind of murky kind of energy you have around you, like something that's been like keeping you I feel like something that's been keeping you suppressed. An amazing man, very gentle, hillbilly from Arkansas. Thank you. Okay. I'm like, I just want to sit with this man forever. I'm like, can I keep him? Can I keep him in my house? He's such a like, oh, there's so much love around him. And I just want to like, yeah, I'm from Newfoundland. And it's the same kind of energy as what I get of like my Newfie grandfather and it's like, oh, I just have that. And that's what he feels. And I just like eyes to the soul. He had a story. He always had a story, and he's always there. And he tells me that like, whatever the like on the sunny side, he says things are going to go to the sunny side. He says, whatever you have happening in your life right now, whatever is going on, he says, just take yourself to the sunny side. He never had an enemy. I could believe that. Just take yourself to the sunny side. He says, everything is on the sunny side. He says, there's always sun. And he shows me like the sun rising. He loved to look at it like the sun rising and the sunsets. Like he loves the sunrise and sunsets. He's very tied to the sun. And he just smiles, and he's just beautiful. And he was a man of wisdom. Like he just had this old worldly wisdom about him. And he says to tell you that he just very much is, he's a man that believes in miracles. He's a man that believes in faith. And the card that came out with this was actually the sun. And this is the first card that I've actually pulled tonight. And it's the sun and the sunflowers. And it's a time of transformation. Watching the birds. Yeah, he loves to look out. And he's like, and he's always looking out. He's still, and he has a chair, like he has his own favorite chair or something. He'd love to, watching birds out the window. Okay. Yeah. And he's always looking out the windows. And it's like, he just showed, and it's like, I can't even sit up straight because he's just like leaning right in on us. And he says, like, these big, I don't know if you like those great big sunflowers, those giant sunflowers is what I'm seeing, Blue Eyes. And when they, when they start to, when they're drooped down, and then when the sun is shining, they come up, and they're heavy. So it's hard to stand up. And he tells me that you've had some heaviness, or you had something in your, like some people around you or something are going through some struggles. And he says, just stay on the sunny side. He says, things are coming up. And eggs. I don't know what's with eggs with him. He's shown me eggs, like in a frying pan, eggs frying up, like sunny side up eggs. He's shown me the sun. He's shown me the transformation. He's shown me the eggs and the sunny side up of the eggs. Everything is on the upside. Everything is coming up. Like everything is improving. He says, just hold on to that faith. Hold on to that faith, my love. Everything is coming. And everything is like, there's so much to be thankful for. Oh, okay. His wife is sick and just had a stroke. Okay. Transformation. He tells me there was some stressful worry times around. He's with her. Things are going to start getting better, is what he tells me. He loved hard-boiled eggs. Okay. Eggs. He said, bring up the eggs. Talk about the eggs. I'm like, okay, we'll talk about the eggs. And so Easter eggs. And Easter's, yeah, and I guess Easter's not really that far away now, is it? And so he tells me that he just says he's here. He's there with you guys. He's there for whatever's taking place. He's just there. And he says things are going to start looking up. Look on the brighter side of things. That's the way he is. Look on the brighter side of things. And he says, let's look on the brighter side of things. Tell his wife, he's there. He's there helping her through, holding her up. And he's there for you guys. He's there for you. And he's there. And he says, I'm listening. Ask for my help. I'm listening. He listens to every story he's being told. He hears everything that's happening. And he keeps blinking those eyes at me. And he just says he's very here, like he's very with you. Just like the stories that he ever told, he's here to listen to your stories. Ask him for help. Ask him for help. He's here to help. He needs something to do. That's so me. Yes, he said, never dwell on what you can't change. Exactly. Yeah. What can we do, right? What are the things we do have control over? What can we do? And that's where you have to put your attention. So thank you for sharing him with me tonight. He's a pleasure to meet. He's a pleasure to meet. All right. All right. Okay, that's all that I have for right now. That's all that I have. I'm still trying to place. And then I'm sorry I don't have your brother right now. I've been asking him to come in, but I don't have him. No, I still have that girl. I still have one girl. I haven't placed her yet. And I don't have the Valentine's one. You're so very welcome, Blue Eyes. Glad I could do this for you. I love when we get to pass on loving messages. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. I always get questioned about, because I'm very much, I'm like a blended spices of everything. So I'm a true believer in everything magic. I'm a true believer in in Jesus, Mother Mary, the holies, the God consciousness. I have such strong faith. I'm a collective mix of everything. I truly believe that what we're here to do is spread love and light, and I truly believe that we're here to be able to do good for each other and to do good for ourselves and to take good care of ourselves, because the better we take care of ourselves, the better humans we'll be. And this is about being the best human that we can be and do good things for good people. So when I have people like the people that came through tonight, that are people who were loved by everybody and did so many good things, that fills my heart. And ultimately we know that their spirit is still very with us, and they still join us. We know they're available. Thank you. I'm glad you'll share him with me. Okay, hold on. I have a Casanova just walked in the room, and I mean a Casanova. He is shiny black leather shoes, patent. I don't even know if they're even real leather. Patent leathery shoes, ties up with a lace, dress up. So much cologne. He stinks. He thinks he smells good. He stinks. It's a good cologne. It's not, but he just got an overload of cologne. He's very well shaven. He's very loves his looks, and he's got like hair that is looks like it might have been jet black, and it's slicked back. And I see it's like slicked back hair, and he's like a mixture between Elvis and John Travolta in their young days. In their young days, not in the old days. not once they got, chubbier and stuff. This is in their sleeker days. And he shows me, but I don't know. I don't think he was actually sleek either. I think that's just what he wants me to think. I feel like he might have had like a little bit of a belly happening, but he wears like the polyester shirts, and he's got the polyester shirts with the pattern, like the deco, like a design or something on them. Your dad, Marnie? Was he a bit of a Casanova? Like a charmer type of man? He even got a strut about him. Tell me some more, because if you think that's him, honest to God, I'm laughing a gutful, because he's like he just come in and like rubbed his hand across my back. Oh, Beth. Oh, my heart is so with you. So with you, Beth. I'm sending you much love. Much, much love tonight. And I hope your other little guy, Beth, is doing well. I send him much love. Give him a big hug for me. And I hug you as well. Marnie, very sexy? Okay. I tell you, you can't make this shit up. They like flirt. I'm like, okay, wait. We're not done. It's like he made this grand entrance in the room. Like, look at me. This is what I looked like. Very hot, very sexy, very kind of everything. And he just kind of strut in, and he says, you can't forget me. You can't forget me. You won't forget me. That's him. But he's doing good. Wouldn't have guessed all that. Exactly. I told you though, Beth, he's a trooper. That little guy is a special purpose upon this earth. I can't wait to see him, Beth. I can't wait to actually meet him in person. I will get to meet him. Yeah. So Marnie, yeah, he just strutted in here. He's here. I'm trying to get past his essence. I'm trying to get past his essence. So I'm like, what do you want to say besides wanting to be kind of on camera? I have to keep looking over my shoulders. He keeps walking back and forth in my room. Like I got like the whole body image of him too. So I know he's here. I know like and I'm like, I got to keep moving from side to side, because I don't know which side he's like creeping in, but he's got a sense of humor. He's funny. He says, Jet black hair, Elvis hair. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Marty. Yeah. Jet black. Just styled like Elvis, like just way too freaking cool. Like it's just like all slicked back and he's way too much, way too cool. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, I'm waiting for him to tell me more other than his looks. He's determined for me, but I feel like what he's really telling me. There is still something that he's telling you he's sorry about, and I don't know what he did that he has to make amends for, or what he thinks he needs to make amends for. But he's making an amends for something that he says he's sorry for. But I can't take the smile off my face. Like he's got to. So it's like, I'm sorry. I don't know if sorry I wasn't there enough, or sorry I didn't do enough, or sorry like. But he got a smile. Like I just got this big smile on my face, and he's here, and he's big energy. And I'm telling you, he walks with you all the time. You never have to worry. And something about his smile having like a little bit of a crook to it, like a little bit, like when he smiles, like a little bit of a side bend or something. Like he'd smile a little bit to the side. I can't do it, so I can't make the face he makes. But it's like he's got this little smirk, this devilish little freaking grin, and he's just such a. He's like he's magnified, like he's lighting up the room. He's a very bright light, and I don't know if he was such a bright light to everybody here on Earth, um, but he's a bright light where he is. Alcohol, committed suicide, never home as a child. Okay, explains everything. He says, "I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish." I wish I was there. I wish I like, he's just, all he wants is for you to smile. And I feel like I feel like he hid behind his humor is what I feel like. I feel like he could hide behind his looks. He could hide behind his humor. He hid behind his humor. He used this like kind of sarcastic kind of humor. He used his humor and his looks to get him through for as long as he could. And it was as long as he could do it. And then he just couldn't do it no more. And he says he is like, he never thought he could be such a bright light over on the other side. But he is. He was very funny. Yeah. I want to say, like, I want to say he's very funny, kind of like how Robin Williams was so funny, and no one would have ever thought that he had that kind of depression, right? Like, not to see the image of him on screen and to see the life, but this is what I'm picking up of your dad. I feel like he hid behind his humor, and that the humor was the essence. But he says he's coming forth, asking for that forgiveness, asking for you to forgive him, asking for you to kind of look at his life and his story in a new perspective. And like, always keep his picture up. Always keep his picture up, because he wasn't the best human. You can smell it. Okay, yeah, he's always around. Always around. And he says there's no such thing as this purgatory they talk about. Because he says, I'm a bright light. And it's like he does shine bright. He's very powerful. He's very powerful in his light, and he's very powerful in his love. And he says, just know that where I am, I'm always just that I'm always there for you. Where I am, I'm a phone call away, is what he's saying. Where I am, I'm a phone call away. Where I am, I'm just reach out to me. Reach out to me, because that's what I'm here to do for you. Thank you, Marty. He's not getting to stay. He's got to go home with you, because he's a flirt. So we're sending him back, but thank you. And thank you for his grand entrance that he made into my space. Yeah, it was an honor. So, Marnie, I hope that can kind of put a new light on him for you. Like, I just feel like just puts a new light on him for you. His human life, his struggles, everything, he hid behind his pain. Don't ever hide behind pain. Say what you need, speak what you need, reach out, whatever that message means for you. But just please forgive him. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I got right now. Now I'm just going to do a few cards for everybody before I head out. I got to get back to the book. Can't get the more than existing book out if I can't get to it. So while I'm shuffling the cards, you will see going across the bottom screen that I do have my more than existing program. It's a 6-month program. It's me guiding you through kind of what it has taken for me to get from my moments of just existing, just getting by, from to actually finding my way and discovering myself and my true self and living in the image of being okay with just being okay and being okay with not being perfect, and healing the past wounds and getting past the past and removing the condition, not living in the old conditioning beliefs and thoughts. And so the program is a 6-month, once a week, live, interactive on a Zoom conference that you'll get recorded if you can't make it to every Thursday night. It's 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. And you have a private Facebook group, and it's $2,444. But there's all kinds, that's Canadian dollars for my American people. There's all kinds of payment options. You can pay it out over bi-weekly for the 22 weeks. You can pay it out up front. You can pay it 6 months. It doesn't, whatever it is. But for those who don't know me, for those just joining in, I do work as a professional empowerment transformational life coach. I help people be able to heal and guide you through asking all the right questions by really solution-based coaching and healing. I do work as a hi. Is it Nova? Super Billion Nova? Hard for me to see. I don't have my glasses, or my glasses are right there. And so I do also work as a healer, and I work as a healer, and I work as a spiritual healer and a teacher and many other things. And I work in past life healing. So I incorporate kind of everything that I do. And by past life healing, people really sometimes don't understand that past life healing is things that are in our past of this life that we still hang on to, or still kind of dictating our lives. And so we look at life in a third person view, so that we don't have to step back. You already lived it. If you already lived that shit, you don't want to live it again. You've already been there. It's about dealing with it without having to step all the way back into it. We don't want to put you back into misery. It's about being able to move forward, but being able to live in your light and believing that no matter, that we have those opportunities to be able to take the action steps to move forward. And so this program starts February the 27th. Also, if you want to book a personal reading with me, I do video and phone sessions. Go to CoreyThorne.com, and all my prices and my booking system is all right there on my on my website. And everything is also in the link below. And if you're following, please subscribe and hit the notification button. You'll know when I'm coming on. It'll tell you. So the card that comes out from the deck is Strength. And I know that this full moon that's coming up is in Leo. And so the full moon coming up in Leo feels like our hearts, like going after what we desire, searching for even more, kind of having to push ourselves. It's like you can't have what everyone else has. And you can't, you can have you can have your pull from your own bank, but you can have what your heart desires if you put the action steps in. It's like, and I don't mean everything in life that's been taken away from, there's things we can't, there's faded things that we can't have, but I mean work-wise, I mean personal energy-wise, your inner peace, your inner happiness, those type of things, but also achievements. So just like my book is going into publishing, I have 4 books in the process, and I would never have thought in a million years I'd ever be an author. Not when, I knew when I was a little girl, I used to rewrite the books. I used to rewrite Clifford the dog, and Curious George, and I would rewrite the endings, and I always read the endings of books first because I want to know the happy ending before I have to deal with the rest. And so this full moon that's coming up is about your heart's desires, about reaching out, achieving, and reaching for your goals. And what I always ask in my question, what was your childhood dream? And you take your childhood dream and we turn it into an adult dream. What was the essence behind the childhood dream that took you into that place of wanting something? And so you bring that back to life. This is about reaching for our dreams again, about reaching out for something more for us. It's about living our true self, more than just existing, to not just be here, not, you know, to live, to be able to live is like, is precious. It's like precious as gold. Every moment is precious, and we have to live as if every moment is precious. We don't have the time to just sit around and waste on just, oh, I'll wait and see, or I'll let somebody else dictate my life, or I'll just stay in misery, or I'll stay doing a shitty ass job, or I'll stay. It's like, no, we got to start working towards things that bring us into the light, bring us into the happiness, bring us into peace and joy around us. Thank you, Stacy. The card that comes out with all of this is strength. And what you, with the Leo moon that's coming up, this makes sense because Leo, it's a fire sign, and it's about, you know, our biggest strength is having the courage to stand up for ourselves, having the courage to find our voice. It's having the courage to reach out when we need help. It's having the courage to say, you know, I'm not strong enough to do this today. And it takes a lot of strength to ask for help. And so there's, when we're trying to go through our healing process, when we're going through anything that's transpiring in our lives, the one thing is about being able to reach out for help. And it was one of the biggest things that I really struggled with. I tried to do everything myself. I wanted, you know, because I'm good at a lot of things, or because I have a lot of talent and education and knowledge, I could do this and I can do that. Oh, we need this project done. Well, I can do that. And no, it crash and burns you. It's like, just because you're even good at it doesn't mean that that's what that you need to be doing everything, that it's okay to ask somebody else to help you. It's okay to be able to, to reach out, and having that strength and the courage. It takes great courage to drop your shields, to drop your guard. I'm like, anyone with a big wall around them and got that, big mouth and can blah, 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 and out telling everybody how to live their lives, but they're all guarded, nothing about them, and they're all big, and they're all like, barking orders at everybody else. That's not courage. That's an insecure child who's hidden. Courage, true courage and strength, is being able to live in your truest of self, not having to yell and scream, not having to be angry at the world, not having to be judging or picking on people or bullying people. It's about being able to be in your light, being soft, being kind, being compassionate, speaking to every other human as if they're a human being, no matter what. Everyone is still a human being. Being able to speak at that level and having the courage. And having courage means that you'll drop everything down. You'll walk away from, all these warriors that are all coming on this mission, and say, wait, maybe there's a better way. Maybe we can do things a little bit differently. And it's about all of that. It's about being able to know what your true strength is. And when you can learn to show love even to your weaknesses, to look at your weaknesses as not a bad thing. When we can look at our weaknesses with the sense of a humility, and not to be trying to so hard pick at our weakness, judge them, then we can truly step into our strength. Truly step into our strength. Lindsay. Corey's more than existing program's amazing. I'm a student in level 2, life-changing. Yes, Lindsay is a student in level 2. So we are actually moved on to level 2. I have 22 women who are graduates from the level 1 program. And they can tell you that this program works. I went through it with them. I tell them I went through that program with them as well. And now we're in level 2. This is actually a 4-level program that's being created that will be turned into a whole teaching program, where people will be able to use my system as a teaching program. So this is about a movement. This is about learning to really start to live as humans, to really take the best human that we can be, and to not be kind of self-sabotaging, punishing ourselves. We all have a past. We all have one. I don't care who you are. We all have a past. There's always something we're not proud of. We all have ancestors. We all have parents. We all have parents who were trying to be parents, who were often still have a lot of their own child trauma and stuff that was reflecting into our lives. We've all been there. This is about stepping up above that, a new perspective on life. Life has to happen. Human moments are going to happen, and it just happens. And here comes our pain in the ass again. And assholes just happen. And this one just likes to be the pain in the ass. Same troll. Same troll, different name. So someone can block the troll. Again. Reported. Yep. We all got on it. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for watching over me. All right. I have learned. There was a long time where I stopped coming onto a lot of my lives. I had been attacked so bad and so hard that it literally was like destroying me. Like destroying me. I was so like it was horrible. And then finally one day I'm just like, fuck off. And that's exactly as I said it. And if you're in a lot of my lives, I do use some F bombs. And I'm like, I had enough. Had enough. They had pages of like Facebook pages dedicated. There they are again, still there. And so it was like, I could not get rid of this asshole for anything. And it's been report again, report again. And so it was like ongoing for a long time. And then finally, when I just had to stand up and just say, bah. Yeah, Stacy, right? You get it? Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, it's like, no, I'm not letting it. It's like what I learned was I did I did the reading of the books of the training of Lead Like Jesus. And it was like it was really about, if you think of anyone who ever is courageous enough to stand up and to be a voice and to do good things, there's always the people who are going to do this. Always, no matter what. It's like, and you're always going to you're not going to be liked by everybody. You're always going to have haters. You're always going to have those people. Let nobody take your light. It's like, keep going anyway. Just keep going forward. Send them love, because that's what they need most. They need love, because obviously people who are loving themselves don't treat other people that way. So the other card that came out was the Six of Water. And now I'm not that I don't do tarot. I always get so much heck for this. Not that I don't know or do tarot. I don't often step into my tarot cards so much because I channel, because I use the cards as images and how they relate to the messages that I'm getting. Yes, Marnie, exactly. They're in desperate need of love, so I send them love. And so the Six of Water, what comes up for me with this is that whole essence of that that time of being the struggling and pain. Like, it's like what has been on, I want to say what has been emotionally unbearable. So the essence of the things that have been emotionally unbearable, the things that have taken us to kind of having to seek on a whole new level for strength, for courage, a whole new level of being able to kind of trust yourself again. Like, you've been through so much and having to learn to trust yourself again. So what this card is really telling me is that know that everything that we all experience, and everyone's grief is different, and everyone has different things they're grieving over. Everyone has some sort of grief somewhere in your life. And I feel like there's a level of, and I don't know exactly where this lines it. It's like the grief that you have within the essence of your own struggles that you feel as if you've done wrong, or the things that you think I was a bad person, or I did this wrong, or I did that, and you carry it. Like, I just feel like you're carrying it as if it's a big glob, and it's like right here, and that buckling over, and that you hold yourself emotionally responsible for everything that ever went wrong in your family, in your life, like you claim your claim to fame of it is that it must have been me. I must have did that. Yes, like, yeah, Stacy, it's guilt, right? It's this whole essence of it was all me. Shame, blame, like blaming yourself, blaming, and it's like this, like releasing and surrendering it over. I feel as if we're reaching in. I feel like this is a little bit of a healing that's happening right now. I feel as if I'm like reaching in around in behind the rib cage. And it's like spots that you don't even think to look for grief when you're doing any sort of healing work on yourself, and you ask for a healing the body. I feel like reaching in behind the rib cage, and at the kind of the bottom of the heart, or in behind the um and in behind the kind of in behind the detox organs, I call them, like the liver and the pancreas, all of where we carry the toxins, that energy. And I feel like reaching in and taking that out, and removing that out, getting to that pivotal point of releasing yourself, surrendering over that guilt, that shame, those things that you carry, and really truly setting yourself free. So it's a sense of freedom. And then it's the ace of water that comes up. So it's the six of water and the ace. So we're kind of at that in-between spot. And so the ace of water is bringing up the pearl. And what is your pearl? And Colette Baron Reed talks about this all the time in any classes, or when I go to like Oracle Palooza and stuff. It's like, what is your pearl? What is your pearl? What is your sweets? What is the one good thing of today? What is the one? So it's like, always go to your pearl, but this is about bringing up your pearl. So as you truly start to surrender this over, think of one thing of the day. Think of one good thing in your life. One thing. Like, if you can't think of anything else, think of love. Think of just somebody that you love, or something that you love, and give yourself that opportunity to really be present with your life. And got to delete this guy again. Crazy. And so this card and this card comes with surrender, and it also comes with what's rising up, that desire, that rebirth, that life you've been searching for and wondering why it just can't keep appearing. It can't appear if you keep having your driving force be everything that's been holding you back. So you can't have that. You can't have that weight holding you back and expect to go forward. Because the moment that you start to achieve any level of success, you will not feel worthy of it, and you will self-sabotage it and push yourself back. It's what we do. It's those instinctual thing that I don't deserve this. This is all going too good. I got this person's too good for me. I better do something to get rid of that. This life is too good. I better get rid of this. Whereas if we can heal all of this, if we can surrender all this over and know that we're worthy, then we know we're worthy of what's coming forth. So this is about finding your light, living in your light, moving towards that heart desire, stepping forth in your light. Yes, Stacy, new beginnings. New beginnings. Blue eyes. I told my mom about my grandpa coming through you, and she is now your newest subscriber. Well, welcome to your mom. Welcome to my page, or to my YouTube. And if you guys are not, if you're on Facebook and you're not on my Facebook page, go to Corey Thorne, Spiritual Healer, and like my page there, because I also do lives there. I'm kind of everywhere. Hold on. Sorry, your card went to the floor. It's a unicorn. I love unicorns. Seven of Fire. And I pulled this card, I think I pulled this card on the other night when I was doing Saturday night. I think this card came out. If it wasn't this one, it was on the Facebook Live I did right after this. And this is on top of, after everything erupts and everything lets go. And it's like there's always a magical moment that comes. And it just as if you're in Hawaii and stuff, and you see the volcanoes and they erupt and they just trample over everything. Everything burns and it turns hard. And then you see that one little flower coming up. What was seemed to be impossible, that nothing could ever grow again, it does. It does grow again. And we become hardened to a point of not ever believing, then we become that hardness. But do you want to be the hardness, or do you want to be that one flower? Do you want to be that flower that starts to break free? Do you want to be the tree that starts to grow again? Bringing new life starts with you making a choice to be magical, to live in your light, to believe in yourself again. It's like believing in unicorns, right? Believe in the unicorn. Believe in everything that's magical, and believe that anything is possible when you step into the love and light in your own heart, not just for the world, in your own heart for you, and start taking the action steps in a new direction. Thank you. Yes, please go to my Facebook page. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for protecting me and watching over me in here. And thank you for joining me and following. I have so much love for you all. I have to go get back to the writing. And I hope to see several of you in my More Than Existing program. And I also do, if you're on my Facebook page, you'll be able to see any future events and stuff that I have coming up. I'm just getting ready to launch my school. So I'm going to be launching my online school starting soon here, and so many other things that are happening. So to book a personal session with me, go to my website, CoreyThorne.com. All the information is below. You can also it's still not too late until the end of the month that you can also still book the forecast reading for the year and your personal session. So much love. Thank you. You are all very welcome. Thank you. Big hugs to you, Blue Eyes. And I will see you all again, hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.